with your rock stars and your rap stars and your movie stars. Everybody want to be like them. All them so-called stars set the standard for fashion, set the standard for, you know, culture, basically. And like, Christmas just passed, and we was walking through the mall in Towson, and it was Jake's in line waiting outside like Fendi or whatever they're selling in the mall. And above them was all the little Christmas balls and Christmas stars and all the Christmas crap everywhere. And it's just like, that's the dung right there. You gotta wake up, come out of this mess. Start understanding when the Sabbath comes in. Understanding when the feast days come in. Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop eating abominable foods. Stop rolling with abominable people.
Yeah. You got the Isaiah 47, start at 11.
It's Isaiah 47, verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises.
Right.
And mischief shall fall upon thee,
Yep.
thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yep. And because we want to follow after our enemies, they can have the idols. They can go into the philosophies, the knowledge of this world, the God of this world. But then when our people start seeking out other love with their enemies, then that's when they're going off. That's when all this evil comes upon us from breaking the law, statutes, and commandments that we're subject under. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Just like Christmas, Halloween. Okay? Go ahead.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yep.
If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail.
Right.
Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Like the Wicca, what, all these paganistic, you know, spiritual cookings, if you will. You know what I mean?
Basically going to Egypt for help.
Right, going to Egypt for help. Okay, just like the days of old. There's not, like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. All right, everything's written for our learning. This is the characteristics of our people that don't hearken unto Yahweh Shema Shai. Sis, you know you're an Israelite? Keep going out.
Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
Yep, and that's judgment from the Most High. All right. The other nations, they have their gods. All right.
There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
Right. The Lord's four sword judgments, they never change. The Lord continues to judge our people when they go off. That's why the law, statutes, commandments were given unto us. You can drop that, bro. Go ahead, Marshall.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them.
Yeah, keep therefore and do them. Even right now, rehearse the righteous acts. All right. By your works, by faith and by your works, you shall be saved. We got to endure. We got to continue. The Lord says he's going to judge those who wear the strange clothing. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the light of the nations,
Yep.
which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
But right now we're in the lowest state under these curses, and we're not a wise and understanding people. We're a proverb, a byword. Okay, when we tell people we're the actual biblical Israelites, it's a joke. Until the Lord proclaims his glory through the prophecies, the destruction, the pestilence to come. Okay, just like the days of Egypt, the whole world's gonna know the nation of Israel is being saved by their God. Like we talked about us being beamed up with the Lord. But only a remnant is gonna take heed and be out here practicing and prophesying and talking about those things, okay, that our people have to take warning to, right? Like it says in Amos, the trumpet being blown. Get your precept box.
Can I jump back? And I got one more. Can I jump?
Yeah.
I want to jump to verse 44. Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is verse 44, go to verse 45. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel. These are the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Moses spake unto the children of Israel after they came forth out of Egypt.
And that's going on now. Yahweh Shai, we have grace and mercy, but we still have to keep the law to the best of our ability. That's why Yahweh Shai came on the scene. What do you think they were teaching? Right? They taught the law, like it says in Matthew 5, the Lord came not to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill, right? But we get an extra hand in helping us overcome the flesh, okay, with the faith in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai made that perfect sacrifice on the cross.
That's right.
And we don't take that in vain, right?
That's right.
We don't eat swine or do a worldly stuff that we used to do, right? You know, we're changed. Be changed by the renewing of your mind, okay? You got that out.
Walking like a new man.
Get that Zephaniah.
Zephaniah 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the kings and the king's children.
Right, just like the brother brought out earlier, he talked about the bones of the kings, the prophets, right? The priests were waking up. Go ahead.
And all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
Like Egypt, right? Like the philosophies of this world are people that want to still vote, have hope in this society, the beast system, who take the vaccine, who don't, who take the mark of the beast. Okay, right? Go ahead.
In the same day also will I punish those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit.
Violence and deceit, all right? Hey, what goes into those policies, legislations of Revelations 6 and 2, the white horse?
Ooh,
They follow up after Egypt.
I got good precept.
Hold the precept.
This is Jeremiah 2:33.
Bring it out.
Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?
Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? That's what our people do. They don't hearken, they don't believe in their God. The same God that flooded the whole earth and saved 8 people, that destroyed ancient Egypt and all these other wicked kingdoms, Babylon, right? Go ahead.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked one thy ways.
You want to break that down?
Following after all these other customs of these people, now they we basically on we looked at as only for our talents and what we can bring to this world and to the
Oh,
They just use us.
They profit off of our labor. You know what I mean? They profit off of our labor, right? Because it's spiritual Egypt again. It's the place of bondage, right? You know, that's what the, you know, yeah.
Salaki, can I say something? Because look, the wicked have this book. So they read through it. They said, okay, look like Israel's going to get judgment for going on. And this is our time that we can lock it in. And if in Psalms 83, if we can make them forget who they are, so they're no longer remembered as a nation at all, not even into themselves, then that's what happens, and they've done it. They've been executing that plan for hundreds of years, and here we are, we're celebrating their pagan holidays, calling ourselves Christians, or, you know, I asked a girl her nationality last week, she said she was a Baptist. Come on.
Precept real quick. It's like it. And you brothers, you still got a precept on deck, you said, Marshall?
Nah, I brought it out.
Okay, this is Hosea 4:1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth nor mercy nor knowledge of the Most High in the land." That's what we're dealing with. We got to pull down these strongholds, you know? That's why all this is set up the way it is. You know, it's a fight. It's a constant fight in the spirit until everything manifests physical. Because right now it's a spiritual battle until the Lord turns on the spiritual and the physical together. You know?
Go ahead.
So when a Negro slave was reading the Bible and then got put to death, that should say something. Like, there's power in the scriptures. There's power in the book. We can't let that Negro read his book, because then he's going to wake up, realize, repent, go back to his God, and then the jig is up.
Can I say something on that?
The jig is up.
You know, the kings of this world, the principalities of this world that we're fighting against, all right, they know that when we're cut off from our God, that they can continue to proceed with their snares and traps. Okay? You got those pieces? Go ahead.
First, this Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh. And he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. That's why all people gotta turn back to the Lord in these times, man. Stop being rebellious. Stop being demons. Stop being prideful when you come up here. You gotta be humble when you hear this word, man. The Most High resisting the proud. A lot of people come up here proud, you feel me, thinking they already know something about the Bible when they don't.
Yep.
That's why the Lord rejects you. He had you walk down the street, you feel me, because you being prideful.
And it also in that scripture it said, let the wicked profane their own way. Let the wicked forsake their way. So just let them be wicked, their judgment is coming.
Yep.
There's no power in our hands to do anything. Our power only rests in the Most High. How about Shimon Shah?
Go ahead, Ak. Yep.
It's Matthew, just to go with the brother precept, I try to thou ways to seek love, thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. It's like this Matthew 7:6. It says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again to rend you. Like you said, 2/3 is Bible. There's nothing you can do to bring them to this knowledge. So you saying like this is precious knowledge, you feel me? This is jewels. So you giving your jewels to somebody who's gonna use them for bad. It's like an old sensei. Like he teach a student, and the student use that same knowledge that he taught him against him. Like that's what it is. They use the same knowledge that we give them against them.
That's what the Pharisees were doing.
Right.
That's why you can't cast your pearls among swine.
We had the knowledge of how the stars all work. We wasn't worshiping in it, but we was using it, right? And with that knowledge, you know, it got translated to them and then corrupted.
It's Ephesians 5 verse 15.
Bring it up.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time.
Right, redeem. How do you redeem the times? Somebody hold me 2nd Esdras 9:1. Keep going on. So I read that again.
Redeeming the times because the days are evil.
Right, and the so-called white people going into slavery according to the Bible.
That's right.
All right, you got to pay for your forefathers.
That's right.
That's why America exists. It's not because it just happened by chance. America exists because it's written in the Bible. It's that great whore, okay, that sitteth upon many waters. All the wicked things, the transgressions, the laws that this place breaks, the Bible speaks of this place, okay?
Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Yeah, understand the will of the Lord. Seek out the ancients, right? Look, you know, history, past history repeats itself. You know, it's all in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and be not drunk with wine.
Right, the philosophies of this world. Don't even even when you do actually drink, don't take drunkenness with you. You know what I mean? Drink in moderation. Be wise. You know, don't be a fool in this world. Stumble not across the beauty of a woman.
Right.
Go ahead.
Wherein is access.
Right. Wasting your time, really. Redeem the times, you know? Go ahead.
But be ye filled with the Spirit.
Right, but that's the prophecies written in this book. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns
Fine.
and spiritual songs.
Yep. And
So-
only the 144,000 know of that song that those precepts we brought about. No one could know that song but the 144,000. The spirit of the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. You know, that's why the multitude don't rejoice when we out here preaching this word. All right, it's lamentations, mournings, and woes. I think that's it.
I got a precept to go along with you, son.
Y'all got that second Esdras 9 and 1? Come on, go ahead, Kafash.
This is Matthew chapter 10 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right, because our battle is not physical, but it's spiritual, right? Pulling down strongholds, right? But we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. You know what I mean? We will protect ourselves, but we're spiritual fighters as well. We don't need to do nothing, but just prophesy, you know? Get your precept, and then we got second Esdras 9 and 1.
All right, this Romans 8:29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
Yep, we fight for that remnant, you know what I'm saying? Endure for the elect's sake, you know? We hope to be saved. We're the hopeful elect. We, as brothers diligent, we're, being diligent in this work,
And we don't know who's predestined. We just throwing seeds.
Yeah, Paul said fight the good fight of faith, right? Oh, y'all got the second Esdras 9 and 1? Go ahead,
We just plant the seed, the Most High get an increase. Feel me? It's not us that's doing the actual, not giving the knowledge. It's the Most High feed.
Exactly. Because if it was set up, if it was set up like that, we think we would be able to save people, but we can't. We're trying to save ourselves in a way, but we're fighting for the Lord's sheep too. We're ministers unto Him.
Can I say this, bro?
Go ahead, Al.
Because that's how you get caught up and too emotional with it. Because you'll start to think that you're doing it. You feel me? And then when somebody don't get it, you'll take it to the heart. You'll end up falling out the truth because you're like, man, he don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. The Most High said everybody not going to listen. You feel me? It's not us that's doing this. You got to understand that.
Like Jonah.
So go ahead, Mashal.
This is second Esdras chapter 9, start at verse 1.
Bring it out.
Get the precept.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yeah, what's been going on lately? The Nashville, that bombing that went off on Christmas Day, it was a Friday. You know what I'm saying? When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. You got, I think it's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 30. Go ahead, I'll get that. Go ahead, Mashal.
And when thou seest part of the sign pass,
When I see part of the signs pass, like it says in Matthews 24 and 8, the beginning of sorrows, because there's been a lot more suicides lately with this whole corona thing. It's been driving people's nuts. But now look at it. You see everything's open again. You see cars out. You see, people out and about and whatnot. That mirth is coming back alive, but the Lord's gonna pull that plug again. Okay, when they lock this place down again, Go ahead, Marshall.
which I have told thee before,
Right.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And that's what we're looking and hasting for. The Most High is going to visit the world which He made. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to come in the glory of the Father. Like He said in Acts, the 1st chapter. Okay? Keep going on.
Therefore, where there shall be earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world,
And don't you hear about that? You can look up your most recent earthquakes, like December 27th, December 24th. there were earthquakes going on. California, Philippines, those are actual things, that physical things you can look up on the earth. The scriptures say. Uproars of the people. Okay, France is a whole nother world. They got a whole bunch of rioting going on. China, okay? America is gonna be worse, but America is that place where people sleep the most. All nations come here to be mirth and enjoy wickedness. But this place is gonna get the worst judgment throughout the world.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right? Go ahead, Al.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yep. Hey, declaring the end from the beginning. Isaiah 46. You know.
For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest. So you can't sit here and say that we're not living in those times. Okay, like that woman that came up, she wasn't trying to hear us. Okay, she denied the judgments that are coming upon this earth. Okay, the Lord is going to do a separation. Okay, Jesucristos, right?
Jesucristo es moreno, no blanco.
No blanco, no blanco.
His phone's
Right.
dying.
Hey, can I
His
get
phone is
can
dying.
I get this preset?
Okay, the phone is dying, so y'all wrap it up.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Right.
And the patient in spirit than the proud in spirit.
Hey, the patience and the faith of the saints, like it says in Revelation 13, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. We're waiting. Give me Acts, the first chapter.
Acts the first chapter.
Yes, sir. Without restore the kingdom unto Israel, and you still got Thessalonians. Oh, you got Thessalonians. Yeah, go ahead.
This First Thessalonians 5, and I'm gonna start at 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Yeah, it's gonna catch all these people off by surprise, because people think everything's gonna run smoothly again. But no, that's their new world order agenda. Got you people not knowing what you're about to run into. Go ahead.
Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them,
Right.
as travail upon a woman with child.
Like a pregnant woman. You don't know when that baby's about to pop out that last month, right? It's just gonna catch you by surprise. But
They
we're
shall
not,
escape.
and they shall not escape. All right, we know what's going on. We're waiting and watching and hastening that day. Okay, go ahead.
This
Go ahead.
this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, or Salakia. Oh, here we go. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Bring it up.
Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom, grown strong, was kept as a law. And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. And I'm going to jump to 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. So just like they say, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction, they were saying that these plagues was peace. Woe unto them that call good thing bad and the bad thing good.
Good, even good, yeah. Go ahead, Marshall.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6.
Bring it up.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
And Yahweh Shai, all right, when he was taken into heaven, we're living that out right now. With the disciples asked Yahweh Shai during that time, we're gonna get to see it. That's why the scripture says, measure thou the times diligently. That's why we have this understanding. Okay, we're living it out, right? Predestination. That's it. Go ahead, get your percent. and then we're gonna wrap it up.
The 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 12.
Get out.
No, 2 verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High sent them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Verse 12. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Right, the philosophies of this world and not the things that are written, okay, that are gonna come to pass, okay? The things that are gonna come to pass, they're not taking heed, all right, until it meets them by surprise, all right? And that's people that know they're Israel. Not all Israel is Israel. We're looking for the remnant that the Lord chose, predestination. But with that, hey, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll start by giving all glory, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to our elders, our teachers, through our precepts we can understand.